When I returned to Monterey in 1960, I went down to Garrapatta Canyon. I was looking around, and a guy said he had his cabin for sale down there, and they give him $50 a month, 5,000 bucks total, and he'd carry the note. So I bought it. I bought a little cabin right on the creek in Garrapatta Canyon, and my friend ColeWeston had a fish farm out at the entrance of Garrapatta, so I used to see him all the time down there. But it was unlivable in the wintertime. It was just rough, the wind and the rain and the floods. And so I rented a little cottage on Carmel Point from Bob McGinnis Travel Agency. And so I had a place in both places. And then Cole got me a studio at Sunset Center. They had just turned Sunset Center from a grade school into a cultural center. And ColeWeston was the first director, and I asked him for a little spot to work in. And he said, well, I got a place underneath the stage you can have for $30 a month. Cole was a real character. He was larger than life. Even though he came from a photographic family, he was a good photographer himself. He went into plays and directing plays at the Wharf Theater in Monterey, and he went in a totally different direction. But if to know Cole was not to be able to ignore him. He was big and blustery and great stories, but he was a character and a very talented guy. He came to me back in '68, I think it was, and he bought a 50-foot steel-hulled ketch called the Skaldus. It had been in a Nazi boat back in the 30s. The Nazis had owned it. Had a swastika on various spots of it. And he said, I'm going to the South Pacific, I want you to come along and take a movie of it. And he was big, and it was hard to ignore Cole because he was loud. And I went out on the boat with him, and he took me out on the bay a number of times, and it was close. It was close. I didn't think I wanted to spend the next 6 months with Cole on this tight little boat going down to the Galapagos Islands and the Marquesas and others. And I said, gee, thanks a lot, but no thanks. And he was a little upset, but he said, well, I'll find somebody.